What's up, guys? It's the Beat Street Bully Billionaire, baby, and I'm ready to break down this week's BMW Championship. Let's fucking go, baby. Yeah. Alright, let's get into this shit, okay? Because I'm trying to get over it real quick, okay? It's pretty simple. You're gonna have to bomb it here, okay? This course, we already seen it. 2020, Ram over DJ Epic. Go watch the highlights of that one. One of the most epic golf events you'll literally ever watch in your entire life. You're never gonna see anything like it. I mean, DJ has to hit a crazy putt to make the playoff. Ram hits a 66-footer to win it. Unbelievable stuff you're never gonna see. Probably not here. You're not gonna see it here. The way his golf tournaments have been going. Let's recap last week. Lucas Glover, bomb, wins again, burns everybody. What can you do? You know, a dude like me who had Patrick Cantlay, probably one of the only people who had him. Maybe not the only person, but nobody seemed to talk about him, okay? When I was watching the videos and breaking it down, not a lot of Patrick Cantlay, but my model liked him second, so I was big on Cantlay. Every single lineup I had an outright ticket on him at 110 to 1. Okay, let's just look at that for a second. Actually, let's look at our DraftKings for a second here, because what you're gonna notice, it's appalling. Okay, appalling stuff here. Now, we had a ticket, 110 to 1. Second round of the tournament, Patrick Cantlay about hole 9, bogeys, 110 to 1. So pound that for $10. Thinking, you know, we already have him in all our lineups. Maybe he's a good play. Let's see. We have recent. Here we go. All right. So we have that. We win like $20. We put like 200 in, so we won like 220 something. Garbage. But we were about to win $1,300 at one point and have a ticket on Cantlay cash for another $1,000. So that would have been $15 right there. So I'm going to show you, $15 would have won us fucking $2,500. So I'm going to show you this one, right? Let's take a look at the $1 million one, or no, $7,500. This is the first place, and this is mine, okay? Patrick Cantlay. He has Russell Henley, Victor Hovland, but other than that, we got the same stuff right here. You're going to see. I'm going to move the screen right here. Cam Davis, Corey Connors, Patrick Cantlay. Big time scores. Now, Patrick Cantlay lost, so he didn't get a 30-point bonus that would have boosted me up. And Sung J M had a chip that hit the lip. If it would have went in, it would have been an eagle. Okay, and then he missed a 2-foot putt on the way back. That would have got us even more points. So he makes that eagle. Patrick Cantlay wins the tournament. We probably win this one, or at least finish top place. And then this one, same deal here. You see the slappers carving up, baby. 1,500 to the first place. Who do they got? We got M, Matsuyama, Cantlay, Davis. So 4 of the 6 possible right. Connors, see, so I'm saying Glover gets his big boost. He would have only gotten a 20-point boost for second, and that would have maybe evened it out between him and Connors. M wouldn't have made a difference, but then Patrick Cantlay winning, that probably wouldn't have made a difference here. So wouldn't have beat this guy maybe, but probably would have finished way better than we did if he would have just won the tournament. Also, all our lineups had him. So burned us. We're not looking to do that again, but really, when you look at it back, I mean, I had what you needed to have, and so I can't really be upset about it. What's this one? I have a good word on this one. Let's check this one out. Patrick Cantlay, Morikawa, Hideki, M, Connors, Davis. And that was probably my best lineup. And yeah, I mean, pretty similar here. Not many points behind first. So we're going to try to reload this week with that. We're going to look at some different things here, but that's just a recap. Glover, fucking bomb. Gonna steal the win. Okay, we don't like that. We don't like when they steal the win. So that's just a recap of some DFS. You know, we were close. You know, we're close. We're on to something here. Okay, clearly nobody else was on to Cantlay. We were on to it. Okay, I didn't like them because I don't know, who knows why. Now everybody's on them. Now they're all over them. So what do we do with that? Probably gonna be awesome. Okay, so let's go check out the board here, courtesy of our boy Rick. He's the man. Can't stop him. Can't put him down. If you don't have this, buy it. He doesn't know me. I'm just gonna plug him. $20 a month. All this information. Pretty solid. So here's what we're gonna start out with. Now, first of all, the Olympia Fields thing. What is it? Long course. Okay, you know, it's got bent POA complex. You gotta be a bomber. Okay. Not really much else I really need to break down the course. If you want more of the course breakdown, there's some people who break it down, but I'm going to look at some of these people, and we're going to look at some plays here. You got McIlroy at 12-1. Now, he's the most interesting to me. If anything, I think he's winning the tournament. I think he's ready. I think it's probably almost a no contest at this point. You know why? Because he pounds it further than every single person on the tour, on average, and he's rounding into form, and he's putting it well. And whenever this tournament happened the last time, you had Ram versus DJ. DJ had just come off a win where he had just went absolutely bananas, minus 30. And, excuse me. And then what happened? Carves up in that one, you know. So it's just, Ram finished top 5 too, so you have DJ carving up, and then Ram, and then they carry that form over. But also they're big pounders of the dudes. They're just the big dogs, you know. At the time, who's the biggest dog right now in form? Rory McIlroy, biggest dog in form. He's the biggest guy in form. You know what I mean? I hate to say it, but you know, Ram slipping a little bit. Scheffler game slipping a little bit. Not to say that neither one of those two can't win. Easily could win, but it seems like McIlroy is just gonna go out there and take this one. He pretty much had it for their 2 days last year. I don't know what happened, or not last year, last time they played this one, 2020. Couldn't handle it, I guess, over the weekend. Ram took it, but I think this time around, he's the dude, you know. Now, we're going to look at some other guys here who pound the ball. Who pounds it, okay? Well, we're going to sort it by the distance, okay? Who's pounding this? Okay, you got McIlroy, you got Wyndham Clark. He won the U.S. Open. If you don't remember that, U.S. Open winner. Then you got Cam Young, and then you got Byung-Hyun. Okay? Then you got John Ram, so Ram's still up there. Then you got Tony Finau, who nobody seems to want to play this week for some reason. Everybody's off of Finau. I like Finau. I'm a big Finau truther, man. He's won me big money in the past, so I'm a truther. And if they keep the value in the boy, I might put an outright bet on him because he's my boy, but we'll see about it. Scotty Scheffler, also up there, so not going to be surprised. But look at the putter, garbage. Even for Finau, putting, garbage. Cam Young, garbage. You know, but you got Ram gaining, and you got Clark gaining, and you got McIlroy gaining. So that's pretty good. Okay. Now let's look at some like another stat here. On the stats website, because this is going to be important here. I want to see what these dudes are doing from the approach out of the rough, because that's going to be important. Okay, approach plays from the rough, accuracy from rough. So here we go, approaches from longer range in the rough, somewhere like here. Interesting. Whose name is that? There you go. Patrick Cantlay. Okay. Interesting. And you got Victor Hovland. Interesting. Adam Hadwin. Okay. It's an interesting range right here that he's just going to fall in. Tony Finau, Day Rose. Okay. That's an interesting thing to note there. You got dudes like him in rough proximity. Okay. But not quite up there in the driving distance, but Tony Finau was there. So there's an interesting name. Tony Finau. No one wants to play Tony Finau. You could have a 7th at the 3M, interestingly enough. So that's something to note. Now let's check out something here, okay? Let's check out who's predicting to win the tournament. What big bombers are up there, okay? Obviously, you know, they predict Scheffler, number 1, then Cantlay, then Ram, and then Rory, then Tyrrell Hatton, Xander, Matsuyama, Victor Hovland, Max Homa. Interesting. So, that's an interesting thing to look at. But let's talk about this range here for a second now. Let's just talk about this range here. Rory McIlroy, and then you got Scottie Scheffler. Now, Scottie Scheffler, I knew last week was a fade because his presser, to me, when I watched it, I could tell demeanor no good, okay? There was something off. He even mentioned about how he was worn out at East Lake, right? And he said that he felt like he could win these next 2 tournaments and it wouldn't really matter because what's the difference between, you know, he's still going to have only a 2-shot lead over Ram or whatever. So in his mind, think about it, he had a 10-shot lead over McIlroy and he lost the whole thing. So now what's he thinking? He's going to wear himself thin through these next 2 events when he already been basically in first place? You know, all he really has to do is go out there and beat Ram. Now him and Ram are paired up. So now basically, if he can just beat Ram, get some more points than him, he should be in first place unless McIlroy takes that first place. Well, here's my theory about the whole thing, okay? He doesn't want first place, okay? Because that means he's going to be worn out to get there, you know? Now, Ram might want it, but he looked a little bit timid too in his presser. I watched his, and he didn't release the other 2 yet. But last week and this week, a little bit better this week, but still timid, you know? Something's up. And I see something like that, you know. McIlroy last week, he was ready to go. He said, oh yeah, I get to win my 4th FedEx Cup. Oh, it's going to be great. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's so awesome that I get to be here. And I have a chance to go out there and just win it for a 4th time. Oh, what a great thing. You know, that's fucking McIlroy coming out there. So where's that from Scottie Scheffler and Ram? You don't see it. I'm not seeing it. Okay, I'm not seeing the hunger. Okay, let's go, let's go. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. Who's ready to I want this one. You know what I mean? You see Tommy Fleetwood come out there. You know what I mean? He's fucking. We've been chasing that dude, Fleet Street Bully. You know, I'm the Beach Street Bully. What's he doing? So, like he sits there and he's puppy dog. I mean, what is this? You know what I mean? What is this? It's. Why do you give a shit so much? You're playing golf. Just go out there, okay, and shoot around, okay? Forget about it. And he sits there. We're watching him on the last hole. He shoots a shot, puts it in there, gives himself a look. Second he hits it in, he just hangs the head down like it's over. I'm like, bro, you still have a putt left that you could maybe put in to get into the playoff. You know what I'm saying? Instead, you sit there and it wasn't that far of a putt. It was a decent look. So you're gonna hang your head down like it's over. It's all over. Well, now it's over. You know what I mean? Because you just hung your head down in defeat, dummy. You know what I mean? Where's the let's go? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for this week. So I'm avoiding people that don't have that, okay? So McIlroy got it. He's ready to go. He wants to win this again. So McIlroy, okay? First on the list, okay? So I'm going to scrap the other 2 guys, okay? For now. Because they're not ready to go. Let's go this guy. Patrick Cantlay, okay, just had a big finish and a big win for me, and now everybody's going to be all over him. Well, I like him as a play, okay, but you might be able to just skip past this dude, too. He's going to be pretty high owned at this price, okay, so maybe he's a guy that you skip. Now, I like him at this course. I think he's a good course fit, you know. Is he ready to go? I don't think he's not ready to go. You know what I mean? He's never a guy who's really the super hyped up, so I'm not necessarily, but he can putt. He's good off the tee. He's good, he's got good distance, decent distance. He's accurate, and he just had a top finish. So maybe he's ready, But if I'm talking about a guy who's ready, here's a guy who's ready. Okay, boom, Victor Hovland, ready to go. Okay, talk about a guy that's hyped up, that wants to win, that wants it, and it's flushing the ball like crazy. He's just completely flushing this ball. It's insane. I mean, you watch this dude. Even when he hits it bad, he hit this shot. Watch it. Flushes you'll ever hit so flush. You'll never fucking see anything like it. And he fucking sitting there hanging his head down like it's fucking, he's pissed off about it. I'm like, that's where we're at with these dudes. They're so good. They don't even. They're pissed when they hit the best shot of their life. So think about him. When you're talking about dudes that have a chance to win this golf tournament, there's a guy that wants to win the golf tournament. Who wants to win it? Nobody wants to fucking win it for some reason. I don't know why. At the end, they're all weak, If this dude was there at the end and didn't make all the mistakes, he'd win it. There was too much water, too many mistakes for him, you know what I mean? But if he probably could have won this tournament last week without that. So I'm going to put him on there. He's a bully. He's ready to go. He's angry, you know what I mean? This dude, here's a guy that I kind of like, definitely wants to win this year, but where's he been? Maybe he'll just be up there. Is he ready to go? Is he a killer? I don't know, I don't know if he's a killer, Hasn't been a killer all year for me. So that's a guy I'd like to go to. I mean, look at him. Check him out. Oh, what the fuck? Where's he at? I mean, look at this dude. Tell me this dude ain't a killer. I mean, he should be a killer. He has a gold medal. Dude has a gold medal. But he's like a bitch sometimes when it comes to winning this shit. I don't know why. But he's got a game. He's got game. This dude could just come out of nowhere and win. So he's on my list of dudes to watch out. No one's talking about him. That's the thing. Nobody wants to talk about this guy. Why? Why not? You want to go to these other dudes. You don't want to talk about this dude. He's doing everything else that you're doing. These other guys are doing. So putting, boom. Approach, boom. Off the tee, decent. Distance, boom. Total, boom. Has some good finishes here. Finished third at the BMW 2022. Third in 2018. So he had good finishes at the BMW. Likes the format. So there's a guy. Everybody's gonna lean on this dude. I like this guy. He's my boy. He's my fucking boy. Okay. He's my dog. Okay. But what's up with him on Sunday? He just ships it everywhere. He can't get in the water. You can't get out of the fucking water, out of the bunkers, out of the hazards, out of bounds. Staying in bounds. I mean, so. I mean, am I paying for him? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if I'm paying up for him either. I don't know if I want to pay up for any of these dudes, really. They're all just kind of, sometimes just don't have enough, and it's just annoying. And a dude like Lucas Glover has to come in and win the golf tournament because none of these dudes want it. I don't get it, I would want it. If I'm them, seems like these dudes want it. Lucas, but it also seems like there's some golfing gods in play here that are just deciding the fates of all these events and just pissing everyone's face. This dude's gonna sit there. He hit every tee shot in the fairway the entire event except the first hole, and then on 18 he dumps it in the water. I'm like, what's that? It's insane. I'm sorry, I thought I was someone was coming to my house or something. Let's check out. Let's check out this dude. Okay, here's a guy. Yeah, another guy that kind of annoyed me. It was in all my lineups, pretty much. Could have just done something. Okay, Morikawa. Top birdie percentage dude, Maybe he could keep some bogeys off the card. Maybe he gets done. But Another dude that just can't putt, can't chip, can't do this, can't do that. I mean, none of these dudes are worth anything. It's just like, I don't know. It's getting to the point now where I'm just like, who's gonna win this golf tournament? And I think to myself, I don't know. Other than McIlroy, who can win it? None of these dudes. They all have something off on every single one of them. So it's just gonna be a bum probably. So I'm gonna go see Morikawa as a dude I definitely like. I definitely like to play. Low ownership for him. Accurate dude. Course history. At the Illini Invitational, he was top 2 here to Matt Wolff, so I like him there. But I just don't know. It's going to be tough because is he just going to be, too short maybe? I don't know. It's still too early for me to assess. I just think a lot of these guys are just like when you're talking about this top range, who can do it? You know what I mean? Here's Tommy Fleetwood. He couldn't get it done. He dumped it in the water. Who knows how... Did he dump it in the water? No, maybe not. I don't remember. All I know is that he just really, really let us down. Big. Over the weeks. Third, we had him there. Open Championship, we had him there. Scottish, we had him there. US Open, had him there. We had him everywhere. He did good. Pretty much. You bet him everywhere. You lost everywhere. Homa. Now here's a guy. Won the first event of the year. Maybe you'll win the last event of the year. See, this is where I like to start my guys, I think. Dude like Homa. Pound the ball. Chip putt. Did good last week, despite a couple things. Feels like he's rounded in form. Recent finishes. Check out his recent finishes. 6th, 10th, 12th, 21st. So look at that. All coming down. 21st to 12th to 10th to 6th. Maybe to 1st. Maybe he just wins this one. You know what I'm saying? Distance, big dude, bing. Not as accurate, won't matter. He can putt, boom. Off the tee. Fine. Gained across the board. Fine. For me. Matsuyama, he was good for me last week. Everyone will probably be on him because he was top here. I don't know. Probably off him. Im's interesting to me. The big belly. I don't know. Im's definitely a dude. Why not? He got some BMW history. He's usually good in these playoff events. He's usually always up there in the FedEx Cup. Yeah, why not? Somewhere in here. Somewhere in here should be the winner. Why not? Homa or Fleetwood or Morikawa or really this dude. This is probably the dude that you're gonna... This is the dude that might be the game changer. Because if you're talking about a dude who actually might want to win, actually might still have a game, and came up maybe the most clutch of anybody this year, this dude, Ricky Fowler, came up extremely clutch at the Rocket Mortgage on the last hole, and then in the playoff, out of the worst position of every golfer. Maybe this time it's not so hard for him, That's a dude that I think, too, is just... Look out for dudes that didn't do so well last week that no one's going to pick. Like this guy. Oh, he's too expensive. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, nobody wants him. Okay, 10%, that's probably be lower than that somehow. He finished 58th, not really great. Open, not great. 42nd of the Scottish after he really just won. Am I really going to dud him for that? I don't know. Maybe he finishes strong. Look, he got 29th team, he finished 11th. In 2018, he finished 8th. So, that means he likes this history. Maybe he's finished good other places in the BMW. I'm not sure. You could look that up. Might be something to do a deep dive on, but he's a dude to watch out for. Now, if you're going to watch for a dude to fade, I'm fading the fuck out of this dude. I'm fading the fuck out of this fucking dude because he just won 2 events in a row, and he's done. So I'm off of him. If you want to fucking say, oh, you're an idiot, and just tail and say, okay, go ahead, fine. Take him. Take Lucas Glover. He's done. There's no way he's winning his next one. There's no way he's finishing top. And honestly, I think the better play is to play McIlroy just because he's going to play with Lucas Glover. And McIlroy is the top driving distance guy, and Lucas Glover is one of the bottom. So what's going to happen? McIlroy is going to be position A all day. Lucas Glover, who knows where he's going to be. He's probably not going to be anywhere to be found. So you're going to want to have a lot of exposure to McIlroy, I think, just because of that alone. 2 days of that. He's going to pound all over this dude. He's going to piss all over this fucking monkey. So that would be, my big thing on him. Why is he $9,100? Because he won 2 in a row. He's still a bum. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. He's a bum. So I'm going to avoid that bomb. Okay, and we'll move to this dude at the very bottom. This guy actually has some salt, okay, this year. Fear the beard. Fear the beard Hatton, baby. Dude actually gets pissed. He gets hyped up. He's angry. He wants to win. He gets mad when his game is not going for him. He's not just sitting there all timid and whatever. At the presser, he's still real nice, good dude, but he's ready to go, and it's a different story with this dude. And he's real cheap, and I can see why people like him. It makes sense, When you're listening around, the industry, usually people are usually right about some dude. I think this is the dude that they're probably going to be right about. Is he going to finish top? Maybe he doesn't even get in your top lineup, but he's probably going to be up there. Maybe he's not top 5, maybe he's top 10, 11. You know what I'm saying? But maybe that's enough to win you the thing. Cause I don't know what place you'll need him to be in, but I can see that dude being up there because he's had a good year. He could finish in good events. He could probably play in tougher type of events like this. He's a bigger bomber. He could drive it further. He's accurate. He's a good putter. He could do all this stuff. So I would say that he's another guy at this range. I would say avoid these other dudes. Maybe go with Ricky Fowler, Tyrrell Hatton. Maybe just skip out on Fleetwood because he was riding too hot. Maybe go with Morikawa because he likes his one, but maybe avoid him because he's not as distant. And maybe instead just go Homa and Fowler and Hatton. Just forget the rest of this range. Top of the board, go McIlroy, forget the rest. McIlroy, Hovland, shuffle maybe, and forget the rest. And then go, Homa, Fowler, Hatton, forget the rest of that range. And that becomes your player pool for that range, maybe. If you're going to really narrow it down, that's pretty narrow. But, now let's go to this range. We'll go to this dude. I like this dude. He's pretty expensive, but this is, could be a bomb. And this is the type of dude, Corey Connors right here is the type of dude that I don't even know what to do with this dude. Is he good? Is he not good? I think he's good. I think he could be one of the best golfers on tour, but when I was chasing him, he would just fucking bomb in our face. So he could be a bomb. That's all I know about this dude. So I like him. He's super accurate. Apparently he's super deep now. So if he's deep and accurate, that could be a deadly combo no one's thinking about. So yeah, he just had a top finish last week. He's a name. He's got win equity. I like that. You got to pay a little more, but maybe if you're building a more, medium type build, it's like it won't matter because he's more balanced builds. So I could work out for you. I don't know. I think people were maybe a little bit afraid of him. Maybe that'll keep the ownership low, and so maybe that'll be something to jump on. But he's still a bomb, though. He's just a fucking bomb. Sometimes this dude, he had a good history, though. He's 5th and a 7th place at the BMW. But I don't know. Tough for me, really tough. This next dude is probably a guy that I think could make or break the whole thing, and that's Wyndham Clark. Wyndham Clark, $8,800, saying it's 7% projected ownership, but I'm not really seeing how that's possible. And if that is the case, then I'm probably gonna have to be all over it because the dude did win the U.S. Open and he did win the Wells Fargo. So he's a killer. This dude's a killer. Now maybe he's in a slump, but it's like everybody's so quick to just jump off a dude. It's been 2 events or 3 events. These dudes get their wins and they pile on a couple wins. You really think they're gonna be they're that hard? They're just cruising into this playoffs, and so maybe they didn't like this setup last week because it wasn't bomber favored, and now there's bomber favored. It's like nobody's even talking. Nobody likes this guy. They don't like his stat profile. But he's a bomber. You all like Cam Young. I knew you'd all like Cam Young. You all like Byung Hyun. I knew you'd all like Byung Hyun. But nobody likes this guy. Why? I don't know. If nobody likes him, I like him. That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna take him. Okay, Wyndham Clark. Okay, he's at a year. He's had himself a year. So maybe he'll have another top finish. at an event where you have to be a bomber. And so I thought he was pretty accurate. They're saying he's kind of wayward, but here it doesn't even seem to matter. It seems like you just want to put it out of the fairway. Maybe if he's good out of the rough some distances, maybe he can, hack it out and get on these greens and make some crazy things happen. Like if you watch the highlights, you're going to see all these people pulling out from all kinds of directions and chipping out and putting in 90-foot putts and doing crazy stuff. So maybe he has himself some luck this week and just does something crazy, So I like him. Tom Kim, another dude who was kind of carving up last week and seemed like he was gonna, be a dude that was gonna finish inside everyone's top thing for everyone's lineup. I didn't really have a lot of him. I had a little bit of him, so I'm glad it didn't work out for everybody. So because it wasn't gonna help me at all. So. But this week, though, maybe just so that everyone will just fucking fade him. That's the thing. But he's kind of deep. That's the thing about this. What the fuck is that? Well, alright, we gotta end this in a little bit. But he's kind of deep, okay? That's all I'm saying. And so, a dude like this is kind of deep, we like, okay? So let's move on, because we don't only have 5 minutes left. And I'm really not going to talk about any of these bums anywhere else anyway. So, we got Jason Day. I like Jason Day. I think he's sneaky. I don't think anyone's going to like him. We got Cam Young. They're saying he's only 9% owned. I'm surprised by that. If him and Clark are only 9, I'm like, you might just have to go with both of those dudes, okay? Sam Burns, another guy who can bomb it. Everybody was on him last week like he was the nuts play. I pretty much knew immediately that was the total fade. You're going to tell me this is the nuts play. Everybody wants him right from the get-go. You knew to fade him, okay? They had another nuts play. They didn't tell you about it. It was Hideki. He was the right play. But you didn't see it because you didn't pay for their dumb picks, okay? And I did. So I saw, okay? So I can see. That's all I'm saying, okay? So lock in, baby. We're going to lock in this week. Let's move on, okay? Now, boom, Sam Burns, kind of like him, but this is another guy I wanted to talk about, Tony Finau. We need to talk about Tony Finau before we wrap it up, because this dude could win the golf tournament, okay? Tony Finau, he's the boy, he's the dog. Nobody likes him, nobody wants him. He's 8,300. Why is he so cheap? Because he had a bad putting week, blah, blah, blah. He finished top 5 here. I don't care. He's a big bomber. He won this year twice. You know what I mean? So I like him. He's good on bent poa. He's the best on bent poa. That's his bread and butter. That's his shtick. That's the thing that keeps him in it. So give me him. I'm taking him. You know what I mean? You don't want him. I'll take some risk on him because you guys are scared. I had some Jason Day last week that screwed me. Maybe I'll have more of him this week. Maybe Tony Finau will be the guy that screwed me like kind of Jason Day, but maybe I'll still take him because I still take the risk. Okay, so let's move down. Henley, kind of not liking 20% ownership on Henley. That's a fade of the century right there, bruh. You don't need to know anything else but fade of the century. 20% Henley, see you fucking later, bro. No chance. There's no fucking chance. I'm going with Russell Henley. He's getting absolutely incinerated. I'm going to incinerate Russell Henley right now like I already did a couple weeks back. Incinerated him because he's gone, okay? You're not going to have him because he's 20% on? No way, Jose. So forget that, okay? We're going to go down here. Let's see, what else we got? Brian Harmon? I don't know, people seem to like him. He's real short. I don't like these short guys. Matt Fitzpatrick, a little bit longer. Finished top 6 here, okay? Didn't really do much that week last week. That's kind of a guy I like. 7% owned. You're all going to play Henley and Harmon and Rose and Davis and Poston and Kim and whatever, but you're not going to play Matt Fitzpatrick? Why not? I'll play Matt Fitzpatrick, and I'll beat all you monkeys. How about that? And then we got this dude, boom, last play of the day, because I like young, first we're going to go, first of all, we're going to mention this dude, because he's killer Cam Davis, okay? He's a killer. He helped us win last week, but I don't necessarily think he'll be in the winner this week, but I do like that he's a bomber, he can get it out there. Byung Hyun An bombs it, another killer, can get it out there, boom, big bomber. Then you got our boy, Siwoo Chimp. Okay, no one's going to be talking about him, but I think he could win a lot of money for some people this week. Siwoo Kim. Real accurate, but also kind of scary deep. And that's going to be a key to winning, is being scary deep. Okay? But then there's this dude, Denny McCarthy. Okay. Denny McCarthy, 6,700. Real cheap. They're going to say 2% owned? I mean, like, it's almost unbelievable. The dude's like the best putter in the field. He could be accurate. And he almost won the Memorial, and they're comparing it to the Memorial. And everyone likes Victor Hovland. I'm like, what about this guy? I think that's my last pick on the list. Danny McCarthy, $6,700. Okay, now there's obviously some guys in those other ranges that I will probably be exposed to just by sheer volatility of this whole thing, but Denny McCarthy, he played here at the amateur. He knows this one a little bit. And I think that Denny McCarthy is a sneaky pick, $6,700. And yeah, that's going to wrap up the breakdown of the field for the DFS, who I like, who I don't like. Those are pretty much the dudes I like. And we'll break it down more coming up tomorrow to see who my picks are for the outright bets. Lock.